Be honest. Food is your go-to tool for making yourself feel better, isn't it? When you feel stressed or anxious or overwhelmed or afraid or sad or whatever, your instinct is to reach out for that one food that really sort of does it for you, that really sort of makes you feel better. And it's automatic too, right? Because you don't plan it necessarily. You'll just sort of wake up and find yourself standing in front of the refrigerator or the pantry, just sort of looking at all the pretty labels, trying to figure out what you want to eat. And hey, I'm not throwing stones here because I'm right there with you. I'm drawn to food for mood altering, just like anybody else. And because there's no secret that food and feeling, they go together, like hand in glove, kind of go together, right? I mean, look at how we talk about food. We say comfort food. We say, I feel like, insert the food tonight. I feel like pizza tonight. I feel like pasta tonight, right? That's how we talk about it. And food is used to celebrate everything. Like every culture in the world uses food to celebrate births, weddings, death. I mean, everything from birth to death, food is used for celebration. So yeah, it's convenient. Food is convenient it's a convenient full tool for changing your feelings, or I call it mood altering, right? And frankly, it works pretty darn well. It can change your mood pretty quickly. But of course, there's a problem to food as a solution for as an emotional tool. Actually, there's several problems. Three come to mind. One is that eating your feelings provides, at the very least, a short-term, momentary sort of relief. Also, food doesn't fix whatever is going on in you that led you to need to mood alter to begin with. It doesn't fix the root problem. And also, it'll make you fat and unhealthy. That's a big problem. And so there's really even a bigger danger than those things, and that's the danger of falling into the what I call the food feeling spiral. It goes something like this. You had this sort of overwhelming emotion, maybe it's anxiety, maybe it's stress, maybe it's boredom, something like that. So you turn to food and you overeat. Then you feel guilty about overeating, so you turn to the tool that you go-to tool, which is food. And then you feel ashamed for making it worse, so you eat some more. And eventually, you condition your body to crave food, and the overeating becomes a habit that you do regularly. So the question is, how do you break out of the food slash the food feeling spiral, as I call it? And so there's really three steps to doing that. First of all is awareness, right? Sort of being aware of what's going on inside us. So you develop awareness around your feelings. If you're like most people, you really are not even sure how you feel. If I were to really ask you to nail it down, you couldn't necessarily answer that. So developing the habit of asking yourself, what am I feeling right now? What is that emotion? And really getting good at nailing it, really, specifically, is the first part of the process. Step two is to find the thought that's associated with that feeling. And let's take some practice, but I promise there is a thought there. And step three is getting a better thought. So if a negative thought creates a negative feeling, which it does, and a positive thought creates a positive feeling, which it does, shouldn't you try to think differently? Absolutely, you should. And the truth is, even modest changes can make a huge difference. Here's a classic example. If someone says, I have to go to work tomorrow, versus I get to go to work tomorrow, one word difference. Do you feel the difference between those sentences? Here's a challenge. Practice saying those two things out loud, and don't just listen to the words, but pay attention to the energy in you. Pay attention to how it feels in your body. The second thought, it has a totally different energy to it. And if you allow it to, that energy will create a more pleasant and a more empowering feeling inside you. I mean, it's just that simple. You just gotta have the right tools. Strategies like this are this is how we teach people just like you to separate food from feelings. And what we'll do is we'll replace food as your go-to tool for managing your feelings. You can upgrade your emotional skill set, and you can start doing that right now. So check out this link. You can go to commonsensefoodculture.com to get some free training and to get started upgrading your emotional skill set.